Hello again. So we're in the Broken Heart, and we don't have any quests as of right now, I think. Oh my god, my dog is still snoring. I need to move her. Okay, one sec. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of food. Am I hungry? A little bit. Get the milk. Eat lemons. Got a lot of food now. I'm glad.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
That's okay, I'll make it. I'm made of wood. My chest hurts. Can it be conscience?
I spent the night in thought and recollection, trying to trace the logic of the supernatural retribution that has befallen our community. It has been revealed to my wife that there is a creature among us who is to blame for all that is happening. I've gone through a list of possible suspects. I have it here in front of me. Every one of these people could turn out to be the criminal, the one that brought this disaster down upon us. How did you pick those people? For years I have been keeping order in this town and looking out for possible criminals. I trust my clairvoyant wife's judgment. Even that trust, however, I would have thought unduly partial, but foreseeing my hypotheses confirmed by her rival mistresses. The rival mistresses have acknowledged it already? Scarlet Nina mentioned it not long before her tragic demise. Victoria once said that if an abyss were to open up one day and swallow our town, it would happen this way. Why do you need to know this? So you used to check what Katerina said against their opinions? Are you afraid that she might be mistaken? I only want one thing, and that is justice. This is a case where we can dispense with evidence and trials. When the last dawn is rising above the world, it is time for arguments of a different nature, a trial resting on conscience, and a verdict resting on faith. Find the culprit for us. It is why you've come into this world, and into our house, the house of the town's rulers. But how am I supposed to do that, Father? I can call you that now, right? First of all, you must gain the trust of the person I believe to be the criminal responsible for this. Anyone would find the task complicated and demanding, except for you, since all you have to do is to predict the slightest movement of their soul. Do something for them, raise their spirits, astonish them. Surely you can. Yes, people like me, and even the most hardened criminals trust me, but mere trust is not enough to get a criminal to make such a terrible and damning confession. Yes, you will lull them with your words, then make them answer your questions and see if they are guilty. My wife is positive that if you first win a person's favorable disposition and then astonish them, you will succeed. They will not be able to avoid your thrall, for you are destiny. It doesn't always work, only if the person truly opens up to me. It's not right to abuse such trust. I will trust you. All I want to know is who brought the deadly disease upon our homes and our heads. Even the basest of scoundrels will suffer nothing at my hands if they are not guilty of our present predicament. Who should I begin with? A mysterious creature named Aspity will, I am sure, be the best start. Children say she is an evil spirit. Simon didn't like her. That bitch has been called a walking plague even before this. I'm sure that a woman, a man-eater, and a spawn of the steppe, which is exactly what Shabnak is a fitting description for her. How do I make her reveal herself after I've gained her trust? Who can tell me something about her that she'd be surprised to hear? Right. You don't know anybody here. The shortest way is via the Olgimskis. Ask Vlad the Younger, Olgimski's son. The Olgimskis must have old scores to settle with her. Besides, Vlad the Younger is knowledgeable about the legends and traditions of the steppe people. He will instruct you. Yes, Father, I'll do my duty. Cool. Today's quest. The Spirit of the Restless Kin. My father is like an army commander who has gained an opportunity to break an enemy that had never before suffered defeat. He strikes with confidence now, and I am his most reliable emissary. He sent me as a messenger to Aspity, that evil creature that may well be responsible for the pestilence itself. Oglimski's son, Vlad the Younger, will advise me the best way to approach her. Okay, playtime.
Today, the killer was identified. Its nature turned out to be completely unexpected.
The enemy is found and named. It's called the Sand Pest. The contagious plague is threatening to ruin everything here.
How can a killer like this be punished? How can a villain like this be struck?
He can't. It's impossible. By pulling a knife on it, you'll just cut an innocent body.
I think I should go. Nothing to be done here anyway.
You should go. Go then. Wherever you please. Shoo!
Same thing as usual.
Even the wisest of men may be so indifferent in ordinary matters, but they are seldom so in their most serious affairs.
You're not allowed in here, Clara. You're an imposter and a changeling. Not allowed? Why? You're against the rules. I don't want you visiting the theater. No one can prohibit me from entering.
Yes.
Yes. Shortcut. Never noticed. Hang on. Didn't you go down to the well? How did you get back up here so quickly? I melted into the layers of sand, and then the earth cast me out again, right outside your door. Why are you lying to me? No, your tricks aren't going to baffle me. I have, after all, read a lot about you. Creatures fashioned out of clay and bones. I know what's said about you in the Tale of the Daughters, and in the Born Mages, too. Then you oughtn't be baffled by my simple tricks.
What is the Silent House?
I'm beginning to like you. When I look at you, I get this strange feeling that you're the closest person I have in the world. It's like a spell. Could you tell me about Aspity, then? You know who that is, right? How could I not? A most interesting person. So you've met her already? That was quick. What do you need her for? We're friends now, she and I. I saw this coming. Just thinking about the consequences of your alliance sends shivers down my spine. So what now? I suppose your friend will tell you everything herself, especially considering your talents. Or am I getting the wrong idea about the nuances of your cordial relationship? You hate her, don't you? She scares me, plain and simple. My father, on the other hand, truly hates her. The fact that she's still alive has made me reconsider how I feel about my father. It turns out he's much kinder than I thought. What makes you say that? She's the reason for all of the kin's riots and unrest. No one has ever harmed our family more. Sometimes I feel she's an evil spirit. She appears suddenly, after one of the riots. At the time, my father had brutally crushed the revolting butchers, and it was then that he'd appointed Oyun as their foreman. Is that so? Yes, and ever since then I've thought of her as a personification of the kin's defiance. I've even begun to confuse cause and consequence. Did she appear to avenge her cruelty, or are her provocations forcing my father's hand? It's become a vicious circle. So you believe she's an avenger? An embodiment of divine retribution? Isn't that too grand a role for her? No. I saw her just a while ago. Can't forget her eyes. Languid, but also very keen and intent. Sardonic. And before that, she used to act as if I didn't exist. She preferred to curse my father, threatening to ruin him. It's all really, really strange. What's so strange about it? You know what just occurred to me? That she's already taken care of my father. What do you mean? Exactly that. Yes. There's a reason things have been going the way they have. And that horrible thing at the termitory. Yes, she's aimed a battering ram at him that will strike him down any time now. And now she's shifted her attention to me. That's what's happening. Should I warn him? I don't like this. But he's angry at me. I'll tell him what you said when I get the opportunity.
Did you hear that? Did it come from inside the well? Or am I getting the jitters?
You were found in the earth, pulled out of a grave. So you're saying you've made your way out of the steppe and can't remember anything now? Then I have no doubt that you're a Shabnak deer. I've studied the legends thoroughly. How can I prove that I'm human? It was a joke, obviously. Do you seriously think I would interpret mythical figures literally? That said, there's definitely something obscure about you. I can't get rid of a gnawing feeling that as I stand here looking into your eyes, you're simultaneously staring at the back of my head. That's because I'm an unusual kind of girl. This must be a bad time for me to turn up, right? And the spread of plague epidemic we're facing. Do you know anything about it? That's the reason I'm here. What is that supposed to mean? Explain yourself. Are you saying that you're the cause of the disease? No, quite the contrary. I strive to be a source of good and good only. By the way, since you're such a master of good deeds, would you like to do something really beneficial? Why not? Tell me. Then listen. Due to the threat of the epidemic, our town's ruling families have divided certain burdensome duties among themselves. Bachelor Dankowski has asked our family to take charge of setting up special facilities, as well as commandeering medical supplies. A very wise decision. You think? Well, perhaps. So the thing is, the town's short on medicine. We're scraping together what little we can. But there's a certain someone who's been stockpiling various drugs for 5 years now. A younger singer named Anna Angel. A singer? Young singers tend to be blithe. What's up with her? Odd. Very odd. There could be some foul play involved, but I don't think she knew or prepared anything beforehand. It's just that she lives in the hindquarters in Earth. A few years ago, there was a really bad outbreak right nearby. She's been buying up medicine since then. And so? I don't want to force her to surrender it. After all, with that kind of relationship that we have, I can't afford to be rude or intimidating. And you seem capable of being really persuasive. So persuade Anna to donate her stockpile voluntarily. She doesn't need that much anyway. It's more like compulsive hoarding at this point. I'll certainly manage that. I just have to look a person in the eye and they become so docile. I'm a mellower of hardened hearts. Okay, cool.
Nice and cozy, eh? So Borovs have you under their wing now. Got yourself a trump card.
Here for them goods, ain't you? Tough luck, little lass. We don't carry dolls or perfume or patterned stockings. Show me what you have. I'll pick something for myself. I sell the knives.
Pins are sticking out of the pores of my skin.
Psst. For a moment there, I thought I was suddenly in front of a mirror. You have the same bottomless eyes as mine. That's because you and I are flesh of the same mother's flesh. Who is she, the mother of ours? The earth. Who are you? I call myself Saba Otun. The children of Bodo call me Saba Aspity, which the locals have already corrupted to Aspity. What's your name? So it actually matters to you what name I'm going to use. All right then, let's say I'm Clara. Clara, huh? Doesn't ring true. That name would better suit some unholy martyr than the spawn of deities ingrown in time. I'm not the spawn of evil, if that's the price of your kinship. Then so much for sisters, Aspity. Oh no, okay, we're not saying that. I'll pay no mind to your words. You're playing with me.
No. There's no escape from here.
You're insistent, pushy even. If you're disowning our kinship, then why the friendly look? I need to talk to you, to confide in you, if you like. I don't trust you. Why bother to talk, We'd be better off together than each on our own. Quite the contrary. We'd be much better off on our own than together. Would you perhaps like me to do something for you? What could I do to warm you up to me? Listen here, Nimble darling. If you really want to have a nice conversation with me, then bring me Brock. Know who that is? I see you do. I can't leave my house now, and he needs me badly. And why are you worried? That's none of your concern. I know it myself. You moron. It's not what you think. It's about his life and his duty. I'm worried. He's being hunted. If you find him, tell him I've got the key to his destiny. He ought to hurry. Time is of the essence. If he's in doubt, whisper one word to him. Inheritance. Fine, I'll do the whisper. But if you do find him, you owe me that conversation. All right. Well, we got a deal. I will have to visit the Ripper once more, since Aspity seems to be colluding with him. This couple makes my hair stand on end. Ooh, we could stop by Anna Angel's, though. Okay. Let's do that while our reputation is still up. Hello.
I have this flush. My cheeks are burning, aren't they?
Such a pretty girl you are. Charming. The Olgimskis have been ordered to commandeer all medicine, Anna. They say you have a lot of every variety. Is it true? No, I don't have any medicine. When I was young, I used to play at the house of a wicked witch. Now that's who had a real stash for every disease. She lived for 100 years. Her place had that pharmacy smell everywhere. Do you take me for someone like that crone? Nonsense! Don't lie to me, Anna. I even know where you keep it. Why are you trying to deceive me? Oh, what a pain. This is surely a plot against me. They want to kill me, destroy my life, send me to an early grave. An early grave, yes. Listen, I don't want some disease to eat me alive, to ruin my skin. Leave me that if nothing else, or just shoot me with a gun. Give them at least some of it. Leave the best looking ones for yourself. I think that's a good idea, isn't it? Look here, leave me alone, my dear, and I will show my gratitude. I have means too, didn't you know? I'll tell you another thing. That Ripper, the one from yesterday, the Olgimskis have given him shelter. So the thing is, They don't have to snatch medicine from the people. He knows how to make his own. Really? Common folk are gossiping about it already. His father knew the secret, and he, the Ripper, has been concealing his art from Vlad, because there's a mystery involved, and he needs blood. And he probably guessed that Olgimsky would make him work to return the favor. I wish he did just that. I'll just show this mixture to Vlad, and he'll have that man chained to the wall by his leg at once. Did you say they require blood? He has already prepared several concoctions. That's what the Herbride says. You know, the naked one. That swarthy local one who gave... That swarthy local who always gathers herbs in the steppe. You know her. She belongs to one of the gatherers. He worms the earth for her. Let's inquire, shall we? All right, we'll do it your way, but you owe me one. Anna told me a herb gatherer would know who the buyer of Harspex's curative infusions was. Oh god. One of those guys. So far away. F5. Harspecks.
These herb-gathering worms have little in common with men.
What's your business here? Aspity claims she's holding the key to your destiny. Go and see her. Who's Aspity? Aspity is Saba Otun, blockhead, the queen of worms. Shall I teach you some manners, perhaps? Ouch! Don't do that. I'll visit this woman of yours. Show me where she lives. I can't be bothered. Love will find a way. Blockhead. We're not gonna say that, though. It's the only house with a cellar in the quarter which corners on the abattoir and runs adjacent to the cemetery. Nice. Love will find a way, blockhead. I'm just loitering. I can return to Aspity now. I did her bidding, and I deserve a favor in return. 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 Okay, I need to go over there. And then we can go through Aspity. Aspity, my beloved. Has a big man come to you? Sinewy arms, apt to violence? Haruspex is the name. There is more than one Haruspex here, more than one man who knows. Which of them do you need? The biggest and the most dangerous is Foreman Oyen. He came here 2 days ago, trampled our fires and yurts. We would have died under his hooves, had we not hidden ourselves. Are you messing with me? Look with me in the eye, Morlock. I can't trample your yurt, but I'll take you out just as efficiently as any Haruspex would. You know full well who I'm talking about. It is Burak. You need Burak. Not old, the young one. Yes, he came here. Did he bring his herb formulas? He did. I didn't take them. He took them to the dealers. Took the cell to the dealers. Who are these dealers? Herb dealers are all in the den. A cruel man reigns there, an artist, a builder, the one that also came from the other end of the steppe, the end where only the dressed up dead and Suok spawn dwell. He makes twire tinctures there. He blasphemes. He abuses the herb. And where is this den? On the Gullet Bank. Easy to find. Go down to enter. Underground he is. Yes, close to Suok. Farewell, Morlock. What the hell is a Morlock? The medicine produced by the Harrispecs was bought by Andrew Stamerton, a famous artist known to frequent the Twyrine Shebeen. To Aspity!
What?
You are insistent. Pushy, even. If you're disowning our kinship, then why the friendly look? Oh, we've seen this before. Okay. I've told him. He will come. He's been here already. What did you want to talk about? Ask quickly. Are you sleepy? Why are you lowering your eyes? No, I'm not. Speak. Yes, Saba Otun. This is the right one. Saba Otun. Oh, Saba Otun. I know of you this. You've fallen in love with this Burak. Will you agree to touch me? To brave the depths? To answer my questions candidly and without prejudice? What do you want to know? Who are you? I was born 5 years ago, during the first outbreak. I'm a reminder. Are you the plague personified? I could be, but I haven't done anything recently. Though I did organize that riot which got the infected Isidore in a bit of a pickle. You bitch! No. The Shabnakadir exists? It's you? Which of us is the reason for everything? Which of us is a figurine with the clot of a living soul residing in her but for a while? Which of us is the true Shabnakadir? You'll see in the end. I'll be of service to you yet, Changeling. Spare me. Don't let your sister out. Don't let her take over. Why did you call me that? That is your great blessing. You're a thief now, having stolen the name of and fate of another. Beware of the law. You'll live through your persecution and emerge triumphant. Maybe. I'll think it over. Everything is going the way it should. Each event is a sign. No incident is coincidence. Every messenger is an envoy of the higher powers. The role of a judge scares me more than death itself, but if I refuse, someone else will pass judgment in my place. The consequences would be terrifying.
Turns out the old Gimskis are no better than the rest. They think they've created the body of the town. Demiurge is my ass.
So what are you doing in this opium den? Want some hashish? Or are you waiting for this step diva to fall into another of her trances and throw up the last of her rags? Are you even 12 yet? Did the Harrispeck sell you any of his Twyrine infusions? Wow. Heaven's Angel here knows her controlled substances, go figure. Yeah, he did sell me some. Why are you asking? Olgimsky was asking. Haha, that old shark. Right. So if Vlad finds out that this cutthroat has learned to mix herbs, the guy's in for it. Vlad the wholesaler's got already, 8,000 indentured servants? What's one more? Ouch. It's up to you if I should rat him out to Vlad. The Harrispecs will be useful to you, so don't cross him. He'll figure out what the snitch was right away. I can sell you some immune system boosters, but they'll cost you. Show me. Oh. I need herbs.
Why do you all come here to gawk at me? Oh, I would have let my fists loose if not for the...
So I guess I do have to look for herbs. Bonk.
Who can take Simon's place? The town will inevitably change.
I spoke with Aspity. I got inside her soul. I never doubted you would. What is in there? asp, spite, and spit. What's your verdict then? Is she guilty? No, she isn't. Not good. So there's been no miracle. Are you angry, Father? On the other hand, I have suspected that it would be impossible to pinpoint the culprit at once. That tips the scale a little more against your twin sister. Beware, Clara. Your reputation has taken a serious blow. The rabble does not distinguish between the two of you. All the same, she's not guilty. What? Are you serious? It lowers my reputation. Fuck. No, Aspity is not guilty of the outbreak. What she believes and what is real are not the same. Whatever horrible deeds she takes responsibility for, I will not be her accuser. She is destined, perhaps, to redeem herself for the evil she has caused. I actually had a dream I was playing as Clara the other day. I mean, today. That was interesting. Oh, the morning of the second day has come. It all ends in less than 11 days. Any herbs? Day 2, in which the changeling discovers her just judge skills, simultaneously converting it into true faith. Hi, boy. Will you play with us? Of course. What are you playing today? Have you forgotten? It's autumn, and autumn is underground bonfire time. Haha. And Uncle Batchel tried to tell a lie. He said he used to play it too. He never lies, Sunshine. Maybe it was a joke. That is exactly what's so horrifying about him. He doesn't recognize anything but the truth. And everything that sounds even remotely false he exterminates. But hey, why am I saying this? You're too young to understand. So he won't be able to get into the tower, right? What if he thinks that's also a lie? I mean, he won't be able to see everything no matter how hard he tries. He's very much a grown-up already. Hey, I underestimated you. No worries. I won't let anyone change anything around here. We'll play in the polyhedron yet, I promise. So what about you? You're a brave guy, right? Or a mad one? Fill me in on the news. It's no point going to the shops now. Yeah, we'd rather search the warehouses for food. Get to the job tonight. And don't you even think about telling on us, you hear me? Or else. You shouldn't walk around the town at night. Anything can happen, you know. Kid? Hi there. Do you know how to play Reflections? You don't seem like an ordinary girl. I wonder what you'd look like coming out on the other side. Hi, I remember you. I was just this high back then, and you were probably even smaller. Is something bothering you? Do you? Sorry, I can't remember at all. Say, how does a house of the living work? I think Laura wants to found one. If I don't end up there, does that mean I'm dead? Why would you want to go to the house of the living? I don't. If anything happens, we will all hide in the polyhedron. Khan says it's the safest place in the world. No adults allowed, though. Sounds like a good idea.
Who lives without folly is not so wise as he thinks.
Listen to me. You need medicine, right? There's a man who can make a drug to treat this disease. Really? And who's that? Your Ripper, that's who. Our Ripper? Ah, you mean young Brock. Sadly, that's a misconception. I used to think so too. I wanted to get as many Twyrine infusions out of him as possible. They're priceless. His father had been a respected man who knew his trade. This one, though, doesn't know a thing. Are you sure? Quite. When I brought him to Isidore's workshop, he didn't even know how to use a distiller and just stood there gaping at it. He doesn't know what wire is. How can someone like that be a knower of root knots and grass fibers? Even the Stamatins by now have more knowledge of herbs than him. Amateurs. The plague take them. I think your wish will be granted. Things will fall in place in no time. So you ought to know that Burak brought those amateurs a few of his own infusions today. Andri says they're genuine. Is that so? Andri is no Peter, of course, but he's a fine expert too. Few gatherers have inhaled as much twyrine fumes as he has in the last couple of years. You deserve a reward, Clara. Don't turn it down. Your discovery will earn our family a fortune and benefit the town greatly. Thank you. Just try not to tell the Harrispecks how you found out. Money! I love money. Money, money, money. Is there anything to do? I did everything. I gave up the Harrispecks. The more that monster suffers, the better. No, oh my god. That sucks. Okay. Any letters? No letters. I guess that will be it for today then. Whoop! See you later. Bye.